Welcome back to another edition of the Sports Web. And at halftime, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are beating the Green Bay Packers 21-10 right before the half. Again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, live from the Deck Bar and Grill in Isla de Sol, brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Blake Anthony, Sports Talk 49, right before the half there, 39-yard passing catch. What are the Packers thinking? You can't let that player get behind you. Scotty Miller with his speed. We talked about it. Antonio Brown was going to miss the game. You have that speed concept there. 39-yard touchdown pass there. 21-10 Tampa Bay. Your thoughts?
It's just amazing that how you just blow that coverage like that at the end of the half like that, where it didn't look like Tampa was going to get any points.
Yeah.
And then you just let the guy slip right behind you for a touchdown. Good fortunate for the Bucs, bad for the Packers.
Yeah, bad for the Packers. You're absolutely right. I tell you what, let's go out to the guys here. Of course, Mr. Harry, the Greek, my professional handicapper. Of course, we got Tampa Bay Ray, best of the Bay. I mean, overall, the Bucs come out the first drive. They establish their identity, run 2 times, then down the field to Mike Evans for 27 yards, and then after that, a 15-yard touchdown. Overall, it seems like more than anything else, I'm not taking any phone calls right now. It's halftime. Right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers doing whatever they want to versus this Green Bay Packer defense.
Right, and I called it. I got to give Ray his props. I told him I would do it. Scotty Miller. And I said, let Suckup go for a 61-yard field goal with 6 seconds left. And, of course, they bring Brady and the offense back out there. And in defense, and everybody in Green Bay and probably half the Buccaneer fans at home are thinking, all right, get 5 more yards, put Suckup at 47 to 51 yards, and go for that field goal. They put Evans down in the bottom. He's man-on-man, but Scotty's in behind the tight end and goes deep. So far, guys, the only surprises is Leonard Fournette's your leading rusher at halftime, and Rojo's only got 8 yards, Fournette with 30. And, of course, we got JPP with 2 sacks versus Shaquille Barrett, who's only got 1. If we got that 1 turnover, though, we need 1 more turnover, Harry.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I tell you right now, Sean Murphy bunting, what a play. Some people will say on the replay he had a hold of the wide receiver there, but aggressive once again. We saw this last week versus the Saints, and he looked like a wide receiver. He looked like the intended wide receiver on that instead of the wide receiver for Green Bay.
Without a doubt. And also, some could say that the Packers' 2 tackles have been false starts literally 5 or 6 times. So one could say a lot of things. One could say on that big pass completion for the Buccaneers, what could have been offensive pass interference, but as Harry made the point, Godwin is looking back at Brady and not at the defensive back. So it would have been a push either way. So there's a lot of coulda, shoulda, would-haves in this game so far. But so far, the fact of the matter is the Buccaneers are on top by the score of 21-10.
Yeah,
you know what?
Go ahead.
I got some second half lines for you, Peter.
Okay,
the first half was dead on the money. It was over 10.5. I'm sorry, it was over 10.5. This game went way over for the first half. In the second half right now, the line is Tampa Bay's getting 6.5 points. They're begging you to bet Tampa Bay because there's no juice in it. I have no opinion on that. The total's 27.5. But again, the over and under for the second half, the Bucs only have to score more than 10 points. If you like it over, you're going to lay a little bit of juice, but I'm betting over. That's what I got. I'm going to double up on it.
Nice. The other guy that has a big game here has to be Chris Godwin with the big-time catch there. What was it for? 52 yards. I mean, had a drop before, couple drops already by this Buck wide receiving core. But again, Chris Godwin coming. I told you he was going to be the X factor, and sure enough, Chris Godwin is the X factor, Blake Anthony.
Well, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, he came up big. Made some big catches so far. I think everybody's contributing right now. They're moving the ball around, changing tempo up a little bit. It'd be nice to see Ronald Jones get going and get some more explosiveness out the running back position. But Leonard Fournette is what they need right now, that gritty run and that nice run for 20-yard run for a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. This place absolutely went bananas with the Scotty Miller catch there. And the other reason why you're in this game, your defense holds the Packers offense to a field goal. You can win all day long. The aggressive nature, we talked about it in the first matchup. 5 sacks versus Rodgers. Today, 3 Rodgers, pressuring Rodgers all day long. And who is it? JPP, who has that experience, who played with the Giants before. You guys talk about this defense a little bit.
I told you.
Talk about JPP. He schooled that left tackle on that outside move. But, Peter, just to work it back again, the big surprise there would be glad the Bucs stayed going to Chris Godwin because he is your leading receiver with 99 yards. But really the big question for me, and this isn't a defensive question, but Harry, I'll ask you, does Brady go back to Tyler Johnson, the rookie wide receiver again, with that crucial drop he has there in the first half?
Well, when you're up by 11, you can start to experiment a little bit. But what I'd like to see a little bit more in the second half is to get the momentum. Even though they're up by 11, they've lived and died by the big plays in this game. Third down and very long, big play. And then Leonard Fournette rips off a very nice run going up the middle, jukes a tackle, starts running it over to the other side. If you eliminate those 2 big plays, this is not this type of score. So I'd really like to see a little bit more ball control in the second half, but this is very palatable. This is a really good game for Tampa right now.
I tell you right now, you look at third down passing by Tom Brady, I think it's a clip of 6 of 8 or 7 for 9, something like that. He has been on the money, and then on top of it, the manageable third downs. They opened up the pass play action. We saw that with Godwin early on there, and they're basically the Packers cheating up 8 guys. One-on-one coverage of Godwin. You got Godwin all day long. You'll take that all day long.
Absolutely. It was that same run play that your boy, victim of volume, Ronald Jones, ran. I don't know if you noticed it, there was the same play called.
Yep.
Godwin motioned down to the edge and pretended it was going to be a run.
Yep.
Packers bid it, hook, line, and sinker, and there goes Godwin up the sideline.
All right, I tell you what, let's go ahead. Go out to Deshaun Tisdale really quick. Add to it your thoughts on this game so far as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at halftime, 21-10 over the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game. Go.
Hey, look at it. Our coordinators are out here just performing great offensively, defensively. You love the scheme. You saw him come out the very first, that press man with Davis. You a little bit questionable. His technique should have been sitting outside a little bit. But look, the secondary's looking great. I think the coordinators are doing a great job. This Tampa team just absolutely looks dominant. There's no way this Packers team has enough. You talk about, hey, Harry, a couple of big plays for us. Well, guess what? They're just one big play as well. So you know what? I'm looking at this team right now. The energy has to have you just pumped. We look like we can absolutely just dominate this team. Phenomenal the way this team is coming out. I can't wait to see how they feature Rojo in the second half, the victim of volume. I definitely think he's going to get a lot of touches in the second half to solidify this game and keep the Packers off the field.
Look, and it hasn't all been rainbows and unicorns because you did give up a big play. Carlton Davis one-on-one coverage to Valdez Scantling for 50 yards. But besides that, Rodgers has been good. Besides that interception, 14 for 19, 169, 1 touchdown. Brady, 13 for 22, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Hey, Peter,
so, yes.
What did I tell you that Rodgers likes to throw the ball?
Right down the middle, and that seam.
Right.
Yep.
That guy look like somebody's been paying attention.
That's what.
And Blake, you pointed out last night that, of course, they've been using Mercedes Lewis more on blocking and then using Tunyon more for receiving. And, of course, call it good coaching. They're throwing to Mercedes Lewis now today, and you haven't heard anything barely from Tunyon. But look for them to try to get Tunyon going in the second half to try to get their own ball control going. But the Buccaneers defense looks like they're up to the task.
They have completely blanketed Tunyon. Completely blanketed.
Yes.
Because they match up good against him. Go ahead.
Game plan, gentlemen. We'll get you out of here on this, Deshaun. Do you run the ball, you go conservative, or do you keep the foot on their pedal here because of knowing that explosive offense that the Packers and Aaron Rodgers has?
Listen, you can't take an opportunity right now to slow anything down. This Tampa Bay offense is a well-oiled machine. We've been talking about it for a long time. It's a big motor. Once that big motor gets running, you just put the pedal to the metal and you keep on going. You don't pull the dogs off. You just keep on hammering away. Let's go Bucs.
I love that pedal to the metal. It's like me driving in my 96 Mustang GT. I put that pedal to the metal, and I tell you right now, everybody's going to be putting the pedal to the metal. 30 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Appreciate you there. Let me go back out to you guys really quick. key factors in this game. It's just getting revved up.
Started. No, keys to the game, that defense, like Deshaun was saying, defense has just got to keep your foot on their throat. Just because you're up by 11, still remember, this is the championship game. You're playing to be the first team in the history of the National Football League to host a Super Bowl in your stadium. Keep your foot on their throat and don't show any mercy.
Love it. Good stuff there, guys. Go ahead, Harry.
You're up by 11 points. Run the football in the second half. Don't risk injuries. You run off the play action off that run. You don't have to get too cute in this game. Right now, you've taken your Green Bay Packers out of their run game because they're down by 11. It's forcing them to throw the ball. I like a side right now because of what the defense did in the first half. So run the football.
All right, run the football. Good stuff, Harry. Sorry about that, buddy. We got to run here. Good stuff, guys. We'll see you on the post-game edition. For the great Harry the Greek for Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy for Blake Anthony at Sports Talk 49, live from the Deck Bar and Grill. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Bucs up 21-10 at halftime on your Advanced Auto Parts Sports Web. We'll see you on the post game. Enjoy the second half. Only 30 minutes away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making history. We'll see you later. The evolution of Sports Talk Television live here nightly. All Bucs report. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about on tonight's show. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. Will you shut up and be quiet?